This was eventually one of the hardest parts of the project. Once I had a better understanding of the real-world dimensions, I moved into Autodesk Fusion to start designing the pod more precisely. I decided to keep designing these three pieces separately so that it was easier to iterate without having to reprint the whole thing over and over again. Inside the core, I also used two brass-threaded inserts to secure the Raspberry Pi more firmly to the base, but to be honest, I think you can eventually skip that as it is quite a tight fit and the electronics won't go anywhere. Another important part of the design was the way the top and the base connected together. This was eventually one of the hardest parts of the project. I wanted the connection to be strong enough to hold the pod securely together, but also easy enough to open it if I needed access to the hardware inside. After testing different ideas, I decided to use a Tupperware-like profile. A simple, robust fit that can close securely but still open without destroying the case or relying on too many screws. To help me out with the design of the connection point, I printed just what I needed to test that to speed up the process. At one point, I also had an idea about eventually designing a flat top, but I ended up not going for that. I also designed a few functional details: the power button, the ventilation openings, the USB charging cable access, and the light transmitters.